Sorry, Facebook. Would you like to load slower? Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, goodness me. Why are we 2 days late? Why?
Because
we're 2 days late. I'm sorry, we're 2 days late. This is the Voices from Behind podcast, yes. Yes, I am the host, Evo, yes. With me
is the other host.
Is the other host, who is also an Evo. And we make a podcast every week where we talk about movies. And we give each other a movie, and we talk about that movie the week after. Because that's how the podcast works, and that's how we make the podcast work. And for this week, we were late 2 days because I'll be 100% honest. On Thursday, the night before, I had 2 hours of sleep. And I was in work at 7 in the morning. And I could barely keep... I was just shattered. And then I said, hey, you want to do it Friday? And you said you couldn't Friday. So now we just had to make it work on Saturday.
Yeah, because kind of the same reason. I mean...
I was genuinely shattered on Thursday. And I couldn't... Like, I literally got home at, 3, 4 o'clock, and I didn't, 5 o'clock? And, was it 5? I can't even remember what time I got home, but I was asleep until 9 on Thursday. I was, like, not even sleeping properly. It was just, the good old,
lie around and contemplate fucking life decisions.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Mine are usually lie around and so fucking integrals in your mind, and you're like, fuck.
Stare,
just
yeah, the old stare into space conundrum, and like debate your decisions that you've ever made in your life. So what do we do here? What do we do here every week? We talk about what we did over the week, then we talk about some news, and then we talk about a movie because you gave me a movie last week, and we'll talk about that in the last part. And after that, I'm gonna give you a film for next week, and we're gonna do the old send off. Don't know how long this is gonna last because the length varies quite a bit. Also, I recently got. Not recently, yesterday actually, I got a little message on Mixcloud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me go over this message once more because I was shocked to even have any notifications whatsoever. So Mixcloud, there we go. Notifications. If my computer could run any slower tonight. So there's the
the anticipation is killing me.
Right. So this person left me a message. Can I read? I can't even read his name because it. Okay, it's Mid Teapot Gamma Core, 0 followers. That doesn't matter. That's besides the point. He said he's gonna reshare the Godzilla is Doo-Doo podcast that we did last week.
Okay.
So we're gonna
get interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna get a share. Hopefully, some listens on it. So that's appreciated. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Very much.
Apparently the critics. Did not like the movie. Obvious fucking reasons.
Because there was too much monsters fighting in it. Yeah.
No, because it was a shitty plot and not enough monsters fighting in it. Surprisingly, what I fucking said, I was like, am I a critic now?
I am critic now.
What? Critic me? What? No. And the general public liked it because they saw at least monsters fighting in it. I was like, I guess it's one of those expectations type of things. Because you walk into Godzilla, King of the Monsters, you're expecting to see Godzilla fight. What you end up with is a fucking shitty family drama. but people are like, this is a shitty family drama. But there's also monsters fighting.
But the monsters are fighting, yeah.
For 20 minutes in total. I mean, so that's not good. I mean, I want my fucking Godzilla fighting. I want him to smack a bitch. I want him to fucking fight. Why is it so difficult to have him fight? Why? Oh, God.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Why? Dios mío.
Dios mío. So,
yeah.
Did you have a week, sir? What did you do in this week?
Surprisingly, absolutely fucking nada.
Oh.
It's just just nothing of interest. It's just boring shit. It's just usual stuff. I wish I could tell you something more interesting, but it's a week happened, kinda, maybe a bit, probably.
Did you play Sigil?
Oh yeah, I did play Sigil.
Tell me a bit about the Sigil, because I never got the chance. I never got around to it.
It's fucking amazing. See, this is I'm gonna draw parallels again to Doom 2016 for reasons, because Doom Sigil is about Baphomet and his entire fucking geniusness drags you back to hell because Lucifer wanted you in hell, not realizing that last time you were in hell, you left everything a fucking desolate place.
Obviously, because you're the Doomslayer.
Doom guy.
Doom guy, sorry.
Doom guy. So, you know, and it starts and it's fucking difficult. Oh, it is difficult. I'll give him that. It's fucking difficult. But the fucking level design, everything that is on those levels is on an entirely different fucking level. It's crazy. Everything looks so good. So the thing is, like, when you're in Doomsday in 2016, you go into hell.
Yeah.
And the open levels look like you're doing the fucking the Mars levels in Doom 3.
Yeah, they do kind of look like it. Yeah.
And they're pretty fucking bad, in my opinion. It's like, but when you get inside, in closer spaces, in close quarter spaces,
it reminded me a lot of Doom 1 and a lot of the.
It's much better. It's really much better, and it shows that they had. Some of
the level design in 2016 is really good. If we're talking the indoor stuff, the wide open stuff is a bit more. Sort of, it's just wide open stuff. If it's a big old wide open level, you can't really do much with it apart from add some ramps and
And see, here's the thing. It's like I do like when it was closed, when on the closed levels in Doom 2016. But Doom Sigil, the way Romero designed everything, the way he fucking textured it gives you this.
So does this run in Doom 1 or Doom 2?
This is Doom 1.
Okay.
This is Doom 1, so no super shotgun for you, motherfucker.
Oh, no, I like the double barrel.
Oh yeah, because it's one of the most broken weapons.
Yeah, because it two-shots some of the bosses. Of course it's broken.
No, it doesn't.
Does it not? Oh.
No, you need 3 BFG shots to take down a chunky boy.
A chunky boy?
I mean, a cyber demon. 3 minimum, 4 usually, depends.
Right,
I mean, you can actually
sorry,
get away
do carry on. I am listening. I'm just ordering takeaway at the moment because I'm a lazy boy.
Okay, so it's like so it's 3 is the bare minimum, 4 is the usual.
Okay.
And with super shotgun it's like 20, 24, something like that. I mean, to be fair, it is a fucking endgame boss. It's supposed to die difficult, and the BFG is called a big fucking gun, and it is overpowered for obvious reasons.
Yes.
It is there for reasons. Like, it's fine, but the thing that's the worst about Doom 2 is some of the other mobs are fucking annoying. I mean, the spicy boys, the meme lords themselves are a fucking pain, and the monster classes that they're in are just a fucking meme. And if I haven't played Doom 2 and don't know what I'm talking about, be fucking grateful.
Yeah.
They were complete
Doom 2 can be a thing. Quite a thing.
A dickish level, and it's like a dickish level design in cases. But see, I'm fine with that. I've played 20 fucking years of Doom 2. I don't mind it. I've played it. I know it by heart. So I'm expecting it. People who haven't are gonna have a fucking miserable time doing it.
Yeah.
But in Sigil, since it's mostly Kaku demons, the fucking annoying red tomatoes. God, I fucking hate Kaku demons. Because of Sigil.
Kaku boys, yeah.
You have also Lost Souls.
Those are the flying skulls, basically, yeah. That's what they basically are. They're just a skull with horns that goes.
But trust me, in the It-Tech one, they're a fucking nightmare. They're an absolute fucking nightmare to deal with. Because a lot of the Doom Sigil level design is also based around precise movement.
Okay,
really
I like that in a first-person game when you're a man with skates and a camera on your forehead. I'm being sarcastic.
Well, to be like I said, Sigil is made for the fans.
Yeah, I completely get it. It's Romero going, okay, guys, I'm gonna give you this one thing.
and he gave it really well.
Okay.
And since it's made for the fans,
Yeah.
and the fans do play a shit ton of Doom, and they're really good at it, the game is absolutely fucking batshit difficult at times. It's like, I'm currently on level 4, and I go out, literally the first corridor has 2 cyber demons on the opposing sides. And I'm like, fun times.
No.
Yeah. Oh, here's the thing: you're not supposed to kill them by dueling them, because that's fucking stupid. You don't have the ammunition, the whole map to do it, because you don't have. No, you get the rocket launcher.
Yes.
But you don't have a BFG. And
Ooh.
since cyber demons don't take splash damage from rockets, it's just fucking useless. It's pointless. You don't have.
It's just direct hits with them, isn't it?
Yeah, and they don't do as much damage.
Yeah.
Because there is no splash. The splash is the most broken part of Doom, because the y-axis of the splash damage is infinite, while the x-axis is not.
Okay.
And this will come in play in some levels, because you can literally cheese out some of the things by getting off on an elevator and just spamming rocket straight line, and you're gonna hit the guys below you. And it's just pro tips. But it's like, but it's really good. It's really oppressive in its design. It makes you feel like you're really in hell. It's fucking hell, and that this shit's not gonna be easy. Also, the switches that apparently a lot of people were bitching and moaning about. I mean, do you guys? What's the issue here? You're hitting switches to continue through the level.
That's what you do in most games. You hit the switch for the door to open.
And they're not really that well hidden. They're just there. Only one switch you need to know where it is the one for the secret level.
Which is a secret level, so it's optional. It's not even,
I mean, what the fuck do you guys expect? It's normal stuff. You also get the keys, the usual key hunting in the labyrinth, but it's really well designed. It's like, you have to play it to understand it.
I'll need to download it and have a look at it. I just haven't had the chance.
It's 3 megabytes, 4 megabytes of it. But since it's you, don't do ultraviolence. Do hurt me plenty.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of my capabilities when it comes to old school shooters, so I'm not gonna
Yeah, because me and you, we played Blood.
We played Blood a bit more, yeah.
And we at least we finished episode 2, because we haven't finished episode 1, and I'm not gonna go back and replay the whole thing.
No.
Till they fix it. And see, here's the thing: I posted in the Steam forums about the issue. No response. Just no.
Basically, what we played, for those that don't know, Blood is like an old school shooter, and then we played it, and it has co-op now, but for whatever reason there's a lot of bugs to where I'll spawn into the game, and all of a sudden I'll just take 50 damage, and I'll be at half health at the start of the level.
You always have co-op. It's just that, running co-op on what is a 15-year-old game, it's not particularly... Oh wait, 15? No, it's also 20. Jesus Christ, the game came out, what, 1998? 96?
Couldn't tell you, actually. Go have a look at it. Have a look at when did Blood come out. Blood. Year of release.
Blood Wikipedia. Just... wait, no, not this one.
Oh, no, what? No, I don't want to see a rush of blood. God, what the...
97. Close. 97.
Yep, 31st of May, 1997. So the game turned 20 a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
A week ago.
Christ. I mean, no, it's 97. It's 2019. Just 22.
22 a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like...
I can count, I swear.
This is a pretty old game, and it's pretty good. So, but it's like... But you understand when I ran you through the hotel. About level design and why that game is really good, because that whole fucking level is just bonkers. It's just bonkers. Just so much.
It all loops back on itself, yeah.
And it's really.
Remind me, there's a Dark Souls level that's in Dark Souls 2, and there's a DLC where it's just like an ice castle, and a lot of that is like this, where everything just kind of loops back on itself.
Do you have ice mechanics on that level? Because if you do, fuck them.
No, it's not ice mechanics. When you go in basically in the DLC, it opens up, and you have to save this princess, and she says, "No, don't come here. Here's a blizzard," and then a blizzard starts. So you have to play through the level twice, because you have to disable the blizzard the first time around, and then the level opens up even more.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a pretty cool mechanic because then you go, why are these ice walls here? And you click on them and it goes, no, you have to. The blizzard has to stop for the ice walls to disappear. So then you go stop the blizzard, and all of a sudden there's new enemies, more. All of a sudden there's chests that you couldn't open before that you can open now, and all that kind of.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, as long as it doesn't have ice mechanics.
No, what's awesome about it is if you don't stop the blizzard and you decide to fight the boss, you can't see the boss because the blizzard hides it. So you're just fighting an invisible tiger unless you stop the blizzard, then you go fight it proper.
Yeah, or you're cheating.
Yeah, no, people have beat that level by just fighting the tiger blind and somehow winning.
Well, because they probably just memorize the patterns.
Yeah, that's also a thing, but that thing can be bullshit because some of its attacks are just silly.
Obviously.
In typical Souls fashion, there's the one attack where it does like a 360 and you're like, well, good luck dodging that. Fuck you.
And it's like an 360 that takes all of your HP.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it just takes all your HP, even though previous attacks didn't do that much damage. Yeah, that type of shenanigans.
The pinnacle of fucking game design, one hit kill shots, and it just spams them every time. And you're like,
It's alright. Later on, if you find the secret part, the optional like blizzard part of the level, you fight 2 of those.
Oh yeah, my second favorite thing. You have a boss, and just next time put 2 of them.
Yeah, just it's optional, but go through reindeer hell and then fight the 2 tigers. Fuck you. Enjoy having enough HP. Yeah.
And be the next fucking Rudolph.
Yeah. No. It's literally that. If you're in the blizzard, there's another area. So you're in this massive field, and when the blizzard goes away, you can see buildings in the distance. So you run up to the buildings. And you hide in the buildings until the blizzard starts again. But if you get caught up in the blizzard while you're running, reindeers that shoot lightning come out of nowhere and start fucking your shit up.
Okay.
Yep.
Nothing wrong.
Yep.
Just I don't know. I'm just prepping for I guess E3 because E3 is starting. I mean
E3 is
apparently
this weekend, next weekend.
No, it is this weekend. It already started. Apparently, EA had its first part of the presentation.
Right.
And according to my friend Poseidon, who watched it because he was expecting Dragon Age for news, which
we're getting gameplay for the new Star Wars game though, the one that's made by Respawn.
Yeah, he said that it will look really good. And the Star Wars game looked really good because they finished a couple hours ago. Apparently, it's fine. It's pretty good. And it was like, yeah, that was also, but he said it was pretty boring because this year E3 looks like a fucking joke.
No shit. Half of the big developers aren't even at it.
Yeah, why the fuck aren't they there? What the hell happened?
Because nobody cares about E3 anymore. Everybody has their own conferences, or they all have their own little show.
Nintendo just did their shit. Sony fucking left. They were like, nah.
Sony said they're gonna do their own.
Yeah, it was like, so now we're left with
PlayStation
Bethesda.
Experience or whatever.
Fuck that. You're left with Bethesda. Since this is close to the public for the presentation, people would probably not throw fucking tomatoes at them. So,
not yet, yeah.
Oh no, they should. I mean, basically, people are just waiting for the announcement when the canvas bags are gonna be shipped out finally.
Yeah. Where's my canvas bag? Says Jose Gonzalez 2007.
The thing is, it's like it should have been shipped out in like February. But they pushed it back,
are people not getting? Because they all got the ship bags, and they had to get them replaced with proper bags, didn't they?
Yeah. So basically now they said, oh no, we're gonna send out the canvas bags. That's fine, okay, but they have delayed it a couple of times, and people started getting angry again. Although this time they would probably try and actually do it, hopefully.
Okay.
But get this shit. Todd Coward came up and did an interview earlier this week at some point. I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
They asked him about the Fallout 76 fiasco. Let's go with that one. Clown Fiesta, small appropriate. Fuckboy Clown Fiesta. And it was like, and the things that I heard on that, because I just watched the cliff notes because I can't fucking sit for a 4-hour interview of him talking about stuff. So I watched just the cliff notes.
Okay. So you just watched the actual answers without all the rambling.
Kinda, I just cut out on the actually important shit we wanted to hear, not the ramblings after. They asked him, "Did you know that the game was gonna be bad?" It was like, yeah, but we still shipped it. I'm literally giving you currently the cliff notes. It was way more worded, but what he said was like, yeah, when all of this shit was bad, we still shipped it out because it was gonna make money. And I was like, no one in PR fucking decided it's a good idea to sit down this fucking idiot and tell him not to say this shit, because this is even worse.
Now because he's Todd Howard, he thinks he can get away with it, and he's gotten away with it by the looks of it. So
no, they really haven't.
Oh.
I mean, it was so bad because they used the same tech for all their Fallout and Sky and
yeah,
the Elder Scrolls
it's literally been the same engine since Skyrim.
No, since Morrowind.
Well, no, Morrowind was the original. Then Oblivion came, and then Skyrim was like a kind of new engine that got developed for Skyrim specifically.
No, what they did was they created new assets and pushed the limits the engine to its limits. It's a fucking
you mean like every Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 4, yeah.
Kinda. We'll get to the Call of Duty at some point. And it was like it's kind of more difficult, but since they don't migrate the assets and stuff to a newer engine, it gets even more broken and worse because literally nothing changes and the game is literally the same game that you're buying fucking 15 years ago when you got the Oblivion, but now it's just a little bit more high res, but it strains the engine to its fucking limits because the engine is not good.
And your computer melts down because the engine isn't optimized, yeah.
Yeah, because fucking Top Cow created this shit in a space of 6 months. And it shows. I'll give him that he created the engine, but it's not good. It's not good, man.
You can tell it needs a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can always license a new engine and get it to work.
Just use Unreal like everybody else.
No, because he has to pay Epic Games. I think he has to pay Epic Games.
No, there's free dev kits for Unreal.
Nah, that doesn't work.
Use Crytek.
That still has to pay for it.
Give money to Valve and use Source, even.
Never fucking use Source. First rule, never use Source.
Use Unity.
Still has to pay for Unity.
Use Havoc. Even. Havoc's a really good engine for this type of game.
Still has to pay money. Here's the thing: he has to pay fucking license for it, and the licenses are not cheap. They cost a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but if the game is good, it will make money, and he will make his money back.
Yeah, but that implies that the game is gonna be good. First of all, that's debatable. That's fucking debatable. Secondly, it means that they have to put even more work because now he has to retrain all of his employees to work on these engines because they work only on one engine, that's their engine. Kind of the reason
one that
why...
barely works still, but people just use it because it's there.
Not to mention the fact that...
they work for Bethesda! Just use the id engine!
It doesn't work because
look at Rage. What do you mean it doesn't work?
Because he has to pay fucking John. He has to pay. He has to pay, man. He has to pay the guy he literally kicked out of it. You know, this shit. I mean, id Software holds the fucking license to the id Tech engine,
which is a really, 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 really good engine.
Because fucking space. Matrix owner himself fucking created.
Yep.
The goddamn fucking
the engine that self-optimizes so it always runs at 60 regardless of the machine it's on.
The goddamn fucking animal. This guy just I don't know.
Carmack is just a machine. I don't even know how much genius do you have to have in your head to be able to create something like this that people have been trying for ages. I
think he's a legitimate rocket scientist as well.
Yep. He's working ever since he quit games. He's been working for Oculus to like optimize virtual reality or something. He's a weird man.
He released Doom 3 for VR. It looks actually pretty decent.
It runs at 60 for a start. It runs at a great frame rate for starters, which most VR games just can't hack without looking like pure garbage.
Do you know that also he has a criminal record?
Yeah, of course it does.
Because he broke into a school to create fucking... No, what was he gonna create?
It was... I think they were trying to like finish up Doom 2?
No. He was still in high school.
Oh, was still in high school?
That's the... Yeah, it was fucking hilarious because what he did was he broke into school and he did some really dumb shit. Like, he tried to create something explosive, which was the funny part.
I was in prison because I made a dirty bomb.
No, not. No, what was it? Fuck. God damn it, John. Why are you like this?
Why
Why?
are you being like this, John? Yeah, don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, he broke into school to create a fucking to create something explosive. And you're like,
speaking of explosives and explosive things, Kojima was saying that something about Death Stranding, that it's gonna be like a sort of new genre in itself. That was confirmed like yesterday, I think, during E3. He was saying like that it's gonna have elements obviously of other things, but it's gonna be a genre in itself.
That's interesting.
I do want to see
gender bending.
He had genre bending me, not gender bend. He is gender bending the game.
No, because okay, that's a very weird joke.
Yeah,
because it's a manga one. Because you know it is a legitimate thing called that.
Rule 63?
No. It's when it's literally genre bending, but it's called something else for some reason. I don't fucking get it, but it's just there.
Doesn't matter.
Well, give me a second.
He said that it's gonna. Also, you know how in the trailer you can see a bunch of mountains in the background.
Yeah, it's called gender bender.
Actually, okay. He literally said, "See that mountain?" People said, "Yeah, you can climb that mountain." So they did the whole same as Skyrim thing where they say whatever you see in the level isn't just dressing; it's actual level.
Except that in Skyrim it doesn't fucking work that way.
Yeah, but in this one they said that you can literally see that over there. You can get to that. You can climb it if you want.
That's fair. That means that you know, the collectathons were gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, obviously it's gonna be an open world game with weird ass fucking mechanics. And
crafting
and primarily fighting like hand to hand, not that much shooting. So
but you know, the verdict's still out on that game. I need to see actual
more.
Gameplay for this. Actual.
Although I actually sat down and rewatched the trailer again, and I realized Apocalyptica plays throughout the entire trailer. You know the band, the Four Celloists?
Yeah.
The song that's in there, I literally heard it and went, and then the credits popped up. Path performed by Apocalyptica. I was like clapping like a little girl. I was like, ha! I listened to this at one point.
Yeah, that's fine.
I remember Apocalyptica doing Metallica covers, and then they made their own music. Yeah.
Kojima is literally one of the weirdest people
He's
ever.
such a fucking nerd.
I mean, kinda and kinda not. He's just I don't even know what the fuck
he is. He's quite literally a Japanese person who is obsessed with the West, but actually can channel the West properly and not be a complete fucking weirdo about it.
Western Boo.
Yeah.
We are.
Give me 2 seconds. Talk about something. My pizza's here. Bear with me. I'll be back.
I guess you could order himself a pizza, probably a Domino's pizza, because he eats Domino's. But yeah, I mean, the rest of things, like we're gonna get Devolver Digital. I don't know what the fuck Devolver gonna do this time, but I'll probably watch it and be fine. But the weirdest thing I don't know about Devolver is what games can they actually put out this time, so we can actually look forward to. Because they recently released Katana Zero, which is a good game, and I advise people to at least check it out. It's a difficult game, but it's a very satisfying game with an interesting mechanic to it, where you have one hit and you die. But it's progressively satisfying to actually nail a whole level perfectly. It's one of those. Also, Square Enix is gonna come out, and I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. They're probably gonna announce some shit about Final Fantasy VII and just and maybe another thing for the MMO Final Fantasy, and people are gonna get up in arms because the reasons. Interestingly enough, CD Projekt Red's gonna be there, I think. And I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, but Bethesda's gonna be there, and they have announced that they won't be talking shit about Elder Scrolls 6. They won't be talking anything about Doom and about the new Prey 2 that's gonna come out, even though Prey 1 was a pretty mediocre game at best. It was pretty bad. I don't know what they have left to talk about, just except the canvas backs and probably an ESO expansion pack to just keep them going, I guess, stuff. is also Ubisoft's gonna come out, and I don't know what the hell Ubisoft's gonna come out and talk about. Probably some relationship to Google Stadia, or the thing that's gonna come out, and it looks good on paper. It's probably not gonna be good at all. Because even if you look at it as having the unlimited cloud gaming and the idea behind it still means that you need a shit ton of resources to make it run. It costs money. You have to pay for the full game on another. And other support is just, it looks so fucking costly and it's kind of putting everyone off at this point.
What did I miss?
I was going through the other people that are gonna be at E3.
Okay.
It was like, so I don't. Devolver Digital's gonna be there. I don't know what the
they
fuck
always
they're
are
gonna
though, and they always have great presentations.
I mean, but what the fuck are they gonna talk about? Because Katana Zero came out, it's a good game, haven't. Ubisoft's gonna come out and it's probably gonna talk about the Google Stadia thing, mostly.
The Stadia, whatever it's called.
Stadia, yeah, which is good on paper, but the execution is gonna be lacking. The idea behind it is solid, except I have to pay for it. Have a shit ton of fucking resources to make it actually work, because that thing is not gonna be easy to pull off. Hardware and software.
Streaming the games let alone, not even just the thing.
Takes a lot.
They were talking about minimal latency at like 60 frames a second or something. That's not the way that works.
I mean, they said like 64 consecutive hours for 1 terabyte of data streamed. Something like this. These are the numbers that are in my head. I recently saw. I was like, it's fun. It looks okay, provided that you only do this, stream the game. But 1 terabyte.
It looks okay, hours, provided it works.
You have to buy. You have to pay for it to get this deal because it's usually less. After you pay this deal, it's like $10 a month. You have to pay the full price for the game on yet another fucking store. Because it's not gonna have the crossplay, not the crossplay, but the thing. And I was like, I'm having a fucking stroke. This sounds good, but the execution is lacking, and it looks more costly than just getting the fucking game, putting on OBS, and fucking playing it for people. It's just, why would I fucking bother playing it on a fucking tablet and then switch to my fucking phone, then switch on my fucking, I don't know, Google Chromebook, because apparently Google Chromebooks, you can game on them. Adorable. And then going on my fucking TV and playing on a fucking console all the while having the same. Then going on to Switch and playing it. Why don't I just sit on the fucking console or on the fucking PC and just do that? I mean, can any one of you explain to me why do I need all this additional shit?
Isn't it the whole idea of it can run on lower spec machines because you're just streaming it in?
Yeah, but the thing is, when you do it on Chrome, you have to do it through browser. That's the weirdest thing. Is like you have it works through browser, and people tested the set that they already released Unity. I think Assassin's Creed Unity. It works fine, but Unity is not one of the higher spec games that you
yeah, but what about a fighting game that requires proper latency inputs?
Good luck.
What about Counter-Strike?
Oh, God no.
You know what I mean? What about that type of game where it's literally down to split second sort of reactions?
I mean, imagine this playing Counter-Strike with a fucking controller. Actually, that did happen in the beginning.
There are people who do that, yeah.
No, in the beginning there was actual attempts for cross-playing, because Counter-Strike was out on consoles. But here's the thing: they have a high skill-based shooter where microseconds in your reaction time spell the difference between you actually doing shit and dying.
Yeah. Also, if you can hear me eating, I apologize, but I'm very hungry.
Yeah. I was like, and you putting that on a fucking console? What, are you gonna put auto aim? Because I remember one game I had one guy with a fucking controller play. Him turning 90 degrees was a fucking pain to watch. It was like literally watching a fucking train just turn around. I was like, oh my fuck, just please, just get out. I mean, you're literally taking a spot here.
Well, it's like TF2. It's like playing TF2 and attempting to rocket jump with a controller.
People who might make it work, I guess.
Right. Shoot a rocket behind you, air strafe without holding forward and all that shit.
No. I mean, they could use one of those hitboxes.
A hitbox would make sense, yes. But if it's just a plain like 360 or PS4 controller, it's not the way it works.
I mean, apparently there has been they banned the hitboxes from fighting tournaments.
They did, yep.
Because literally the same shit you can do on a hitbox, you can do on a fucking controller. It was like, what the fuck is this shit?
It was something along... Well, no, people are chalking it up to that it might be like like a market thing to where not tablet to where fight stick makers are being like, hey, no, you can't be playing with a hitbox. You have to use the stick. Even though a lot of people go to a hitbox when their fucking wrists get damaged from all the sticks they've been using.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I don't particularly play a lot of fighting games. I mostly play Tekken, and I'm not really that good, so I don't fucking care about this shit. But it was pretty weird because Daigo's hitbox got banned, and Daigo's one of the
Daigo
biggest
of all
names
people, one of the biggest names in fighting games.
You know, the guy, and it gained traction, and it was like, oh, what? Fuck it. I was like, fucking move on, just move on.
Yeah,
And there were people who showed the differences to why people were angry about it. And yeah, okay, fine. But then he showed the same thing being done on a controller. And you're like, okay, so what's the fucking point? I mean, it's the same shit. It's just, you know, I prefer having a hitbox in front of me because on a controller it gets really fucking annoying at some point.
Yeah.
And it does hurt my wrists. Even mine. And I don't fucking play on controllers as much. I was like, okay, so just move on. This shit will pass. Something else is gonna happen. Something else is gonna be in arms. You know, Dark Phoenix came out and it's pretty fucking bad.
I'll talk about that. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, did you go and watch it?
I went and saw it last night, yeah.
Yeah. So, also, what else? Square Enix is gonna be there. And it's probably gonna do some more information on Final Fantasy VII. And probably something about their MMO. Just another fucking content release for Final Fantasy. The MMO.
14 is doing really well. At the moment, it's got like a really high player base after the new expansion.
I mean, it was released pretty bad, but it bounced back, much like ESO did. ESO bounced back, it's doing fine. The other thing is, like, Bethesda's gonna be there, but they're not gonna talk about Elder Scrolls 6, they're not gonna talk about Doom, they're not gonna talk about Prey 2. What the fuck are they gonna talk about? Why do you even are there, Toddy? Please explain, Toddy. Why the fuck are you there if you're not gonna talk about shit? They're not going. They were supposedly not gonna talk about their new IP that Star something, Starfall, the new game that they teased last year.
No idea.
No one has an idea because that thing was literally just a name, and that's it. That's the whole teaser. It's just nothing. It's something about space. That's the only thing we know. It's space related.
It's a space game. Maybe.
By the way, I purchased myself a Void Bastards game.
Oh, you told me about that, yeah. Any good?
Yeah. Oh. See, this is the fun part. Unity is a really powerful engine. It's really powerful. But you need to have people that know what the fuck they're doing, because, you know, like, Unity is also the place where you asset flip the living shit out of things.
Yeah.
Lately, I haven't heard about much asset flips, because people call on to it. With all the fucking outrage. But, you know, there's a lot of games that are on Unity, and people don't know that they are on Unity. And it's just weird because Unity makes a lot of games look amazing. It's like Subnautica is on Unity. Subnautica is probably the best survival game I've ever seen. It is the most competently made survival game that makes you feel like exploration is the thing. It's not just I need these things, I'll go there. Fucking go back, craft the next shit, go on, and then you realize you've crafted everything, you've done everything, and just nothing left to do. Subnautica doesn't do that. Subnautica makes you feel like exploration is a thing that you not just have to do, but you're gonna enjoy doing it. It's like the main reason is the exploration, because and also as VR. I don't play Subnautica VR. It's probably fucking amazing, but you know, just letting that one out there. It was like there's a shit ton of other things. It's like Void Bastards. It has this comic style game, comic style art to it.
Okay.
So it's pretty weird, but it makes sense and it's really good.
Kind of like cell shaded, but not really.
Yeah, and it has the guy that does the Stanley Parable voice.
Okay, that's good.
The narrator in it. And it's fine. I mean, I never liked Stanley Parable, but yeah. Hollow Knight's on fucking Unity.
Hollow Knight, from what I've heard, is like amazing.
Yeah, and let that one sing in. Return to Obra Dinn, one of the good games, fucking Unity. I mean, it's just I don't know. You have to really forget that some things are on Unity to make it to just appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, also Pillars of Eternity is on Unity, but I will not talk about that game. I mean, what else? That's pretty much it.
Okay.
What did you do for your whole week?
What day is it today? It is Saturday.
Something.
And we spoke last Thursday. So I went out Wednesday night because as I said, our Italian is leaving, so we went out for one last time.
Yeah.
Had some all-you-can-eat buffalo wings that retaliated really bad the day after. Yeah, it was one of those where it's like I was covering at a different shop. I'm like, guys, you're gonna have to excuse me. I'll be back in 5. It just disappeared for 15 minutes because I had to take a big poop.
Which reminds me, continue talking. Going for a piss.
You go for a piss. I'll carry on talking. So after having the big poop, and we were supposed to record on Thursday the podcast, I messaged Evo and I said, "Hey, do you wanna record tomorrow? Because I'm not functioning very well right now because I've not slept for whatever stupid reason. Even though I didn't, it was one of those nights where I was home by 9:30, and it worked at 7 the day after. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna hit the hay, get some sleep, get some get some shut eye. No, that didn't happen. I didn't go to sleep until like 4 in the morning. And I had to be up at 5:30, 6, so I can be at work at 7, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, I can hear the water flushing. This is romantic. Regardless of that, afterwards on the Thursday, did nothing. On the Friday, I was off, but Evo couldn't record because he was tired. He was like me. So on the Friday, I went to see Xmen. I'm going to wait for you. Oh, you're back.
Yes, I just heard you said Xmen. I was like, okay.
So, before I saw Xmen with a friend of mine, we both went with Kate. We both went to a pizza place. Shocker! I'm eating pizza because we you know that moment where you're like, oh, what are we gonna eat? What are we gonna eat? Like, I don't want this. I don't want that. Let's go this way because I've not been this way before. And then we go, wait a second. This place is it's a $5 for a proper nice pizza before 5 o'clock. What time is it now? 4. Ooh.
Oh, that reminds me. I had 5 guys.
Bastard. So.
Still good.
We went
okay.
And I had 2 pizzas.
Alright.
She had 1. And after that, we went to see Xmen.
X-Women, sorry.
Don't fucking start, because that's an actual line in the film.
I know.
Well, did you see it as well?
No, but I know about that line because I saw it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Excuse me, can you repeat that? Oh, the women always say, oh, I'm sorry. So you just assume that Quicksilver is a woman. Because he saved your asses more times than anyone else here. He had to die because he was broken.
This movie, you know when they said they're going to cancel it, but then they said, no, we're not canceling it. We're just going to reshoot some stuff, and we're going to push it back.
Yeah.
You can really tell. Because a lot of this film is just a rehash of the same idea over and over and over and over and over again. Quicksilver himself might as well not be on the poster. Because you're right. Spoilers for Xmen Dark Phoenix. For those of you who aren't going to see it or are going to see it, I'm going to spoil it now. Quicksilver is in this film for 20 minutes.
Shit.
He is on at the start. And then he gets incapacitated. And then he's on a stretcher until the end of the film. And he only shows up at the ending.
Okay, let me say this once.
Yes.
The concept, the scene when Quicksilver in, what was it, Days of Future... No. Was it Days of Future Past?
In both. He's not in First Class. He is in Days of Future Past and in Apocalypse.
In those... The scenes were fucking amazing.
Yep.
But it makes the character fucking pointless. Because he breaks the whole movie. Completely and utterly breaks every movie from that point on. Yep. Amazing scene, amazingly fucking dumb, great effects, they're fucking enjoyable to this day. But when you think about it, I know, I have this massive mistake. Why doesn't Silver go there? Because you're literally moving slower than fucking time. Takes it and runs the fuck away. Oh, I'm sorry. Because that'd be fucking stupid. Why is there any tension where Quicksilver's a fucking thing? Oh, he might die. Just Quicksilver just gonna go there, put his goals, go there, get you away from danger. Oh, it's not. It's just dumb. I mean, that's the one thing. You made something. It's like a short term wow effect, a long term why effect.
It's kind of like Nightcrawler.
No, because Nightcrawler had inherent thing behind it. See, he couldn't teleport in places that he was never before.
No,
so
he couldn't teleport to places you couldn't see, actually.
And he hasn't seen before.
Yeah.
He had to have been there for him to teleport, because he can't just go like, poof, now I'm gonna go and steal this shit when he has never been there.
Yeah.
Which is inherently good, because it makes it, because at least you understand why that shit doesn't happen. It makes sense. In Quicksilver's case, it doesn't make sense, because he has no inherent flaws. Like Barry, because Quicksilver was basically Flash, wasn't that fast. He never
at the start.
No, in general, because he never moved in such a way that he was able to just get everyone at the same time, because time moved at the same speed for everyone while he was moving a little bit faster than it, if that makes any sense. So still, he might be able to save some people, but not all of them the way Quicksilver did, because when Quicksilver does it, time literally fucking stops.
Yeah, in the films, he's very overpowered.
And that's the thing, because Barry had to make decisions. Quicksilver doesn't. It's like, secondly, Barry used a lot of energy to do this shit. I mean, him running away made his appetite fucking spike.
Yeah.
It's not something that he can do all of the time constantly. He needed to recharge and do shit. And yeah, well, that's fine. Quicksilver doesn't. He has no inherent flaws, which makes him fucking stupid. Even fucking Wolverine that's immortal is not fucking immortal, because that shit poisons him and kills him. I mean, it makes him short term really strong, and long term he's gonna be dead. Secondly, Magneto is a complete counter to him. He's metal.
Let me get to Magneto.
Magneto bends. How was Fassbender?
Both Fassbender and McAvoy are always fucking stellar in these films. Like, regardless of how bad the film is, they're both always like a strong 10 on top of everybody else.
I agree. They're really good actors. I fucking enjoy seeing both of them.
Especially when it's the two of them sharing the screen. I was like getting giddy just looking at it. But everything else around that, character motivations get tossed out the window within 20 minutes of the film. Everything just goes to shit, and people start doing shit out of just completely out of character. Obviously we all know that Mystique dies.
Thank God.
But there's also the whole, who gives a shit? Why do all the kids all of a sudden care about Mystique when she showed that she didn't give a shit in the last few films? Why does it hit Beast harder that she's dead than her own son? Then Beast goes, I'm gonna kill Jean because she killed Mystique, so I'm gonna go join Magneto. Hey Magneto, Jean killed Mystique. She did? She was here earlier. Let's go kill her. It's like, for fuck's sake, man. Right. You know who Jessica Chastain is, don't you?
Yeah.
This movie makes her both look unattractive and makes her look like a bad actress.
I mean, that's not difficult to pull off. Just look at her Twitter feed.
No, I'm saying, but one, she is very attractive to me, okay, personally. And two, she's a really good actress.
Debatable.
This movie manages to shit on both of those things. And there's the whole plot about the aliens and how much of a fucking retard Jean is. And if I had to hear Scott or Cyclops scream, Jean, one more time, I would have, gouged my eyes out with a spoon.
Okay, to be fair, that's, in the first 3 movies, we had the Jean!
That is also a thing, yeah, I completely get it. But, okay.
We had also the TV series where it was Jean! You also had the new ones where it was basically Jean!
Alright, I love the X-Men films, alright? There's a few that I don't. Well, it's 3 of them now, but I like the X-Men films. I always find them a good time, even if they're not perfect. Kate, who was with me, she loves the X-Men films too. And we both walked out of this going, That was literally, there were no words. It was just retard noises. It was I just realized that what I said was completely politically incorrect, but fuck it. It was the same scenes over and over again of people going, Gene, you're a good person, and her going, I'm a good person, but I have to fight this thing inside me. Oh no, I'm dangerous now. Every 10 minutes. Then we have a little showdown in New York, which was in the middle of the night, so it was dark, and you couldn't see shit, and the action was muddy as fuck. And then, we caught the mutants, they're on the train. Guess what? The train's all close quarters, and it's dark. Couldn't see shit. Anytime you cut on the outside of the train when the aliens are coming, couldn't see shit because it was dark, and the action was completely muddy. And they tried to make these badass looking scenes and shit. You're like, Nightcrawler's flying about, and he's killing shit, and you're like, yeah, if I could see what's going on, that'd be great. Then you have power levels spiking and then going back to shit for some reason, because Magneto goes, this train car's full of aliens. I'm going to do my awesome thing where I just scrunch my fist and wave it away like it's fucking nothing, and it's going to crunch up and fly away. That was awesome. Cool. Oh, the main alien lady is here. Instead of doing the exact same thing or doing something even cooler, I will use all the guns in the train cart and make them fire at her.
Which he did in Days of Future Past.
But that's besides the point. He's just using the fucking gun. There's an alien. There's clearly you've fought the exact same things 2 minutes ago, and you had to use power to like shrink a fucking train cart and throw him off into the fucking distance. But what do you do here? There's an alien, and I'm gonna shoot her with all these guns, and then I'm gonna be surprised when it doesn't work. And then you have Scott's beams throughout the entire film, fluctuating from being lethal to just pushing things, to cutting metal open, to just pushing things, to knocking people out, to cutting things. It's like, pick one. Are they lethal?
Okay, so I remember Poseidon because he's a big Cyclops fan for some ungodly reason. Well, to be fair, the comic books did fuck him up really badly. So yeah,
especially with all the Phoenix shit, yeah.
Oh, especially when he became the Magneto successor. That one was just so bad, so fucking bad. Yeah, but apparently he mentioned this because he doesn't just use the fucking lasers time. He's actually a specialist in close quarter combat because he refuses to rely on his vision. He
gets the shit kicked out of him in this film. It mainly uses lasers.
To be fair, that's almost every movie he has been in. I remember him in 1 doing the same shit, in 2 doing the same shit, and he was there in 3, so fuck it. No, wait, he was there in 2 and came back in 3, some weird shit. Oh, yeah.
For a second.
Yeah, he was there in 2 because Jean killed him, and that was probably the best thing in the whole movie.
That's in 3.
No, that was... Wait, was it in 3?
It was in 3, yeah. It was at the start of 3.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. So he died in 3, so that's good, because in 2 he was fucking unbearable.
Also in this one, the special effects go from, oh, that's fucking amazing looking, to the point where you can see the crappy masking around somebody's hair when they're on the green screen. I was baffled because the opening bit, they flip a car and I think it's all CG. And there's a later on bit where like Jean's throwing people through houses and the houses are all exploding and shit. That all looked fucking amazing. And then the moment we get to that green screen bit and you go, what? And then by the end, like the train bit where she lifts the train and it all floats around and everybody's in little spheres, that looked great.
Except when it didn't.
Except for the parts where it didn't. And then Jean dies at the end.
I'm okay with that.
But why was she alive in Days of Future Past at the end then?
Because
because timelines.
Because
nothing matters anymore. And the movie opens and closes with her narrating going, and then at the end of the film goes, I have ascended beyond what is normal and real.
I have become... Wait, sorry. No, that's not what we're gonna quote. I have become more than just a Saiyan. I have transcended it. I have become a Super Saiyan.
And this is to go one step beyond. But and then we cut to like Paris, and we get the little scene between Charles and Magneto playing chess, and a little Phoenix flies off in the distance, and you're like, oh, well,
Phoenix, what?
Doesn't matter. And then before that, obviously, Beast is very upset because Raven, fucking Mystique is dead.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's dead. Yeah. Blessed be thou, Joe.
Yeah, blessed be thou, Joe. It's just a joke. It's
just a joke, Joe. Please don't shit on us, Joe. Please.
Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Yeah, Joe Rogan will kick both our asses, even if we teamed up on him.
Yeah, because he's a legitimate martial artist. He has always been one. I'm not even joking.
And he's one of the best comedians ever, but that's a different story. So, right. So, obviously he's very upset, and he's like, "Fuck you, Charles. This is because of you. Because you're selfish. You made this mistake." And clearly he's been making all these mistakes, but then they all get swished away when he has a speech. Even though Magneto's like, "Fuck you. You never want to do this," and there's always a speech. 5 minutes later, here's my speech. Everybody's friends now. It's like, did people just forget everything?
Yes, they did.
Jean, the most amazing mind reader, who goes, "You hid my father away from me, even though I just read your mind, and clearly my father's a piece of shit."
Yeah, that's a trope that's
that's Xavier fucking up. Obviously, see, he's kind of like Raiden. He never does the right thing. But
you mean Tyrio?
Yeah, whatever. So it's a trope, but then clearly in the vision she sees that her dad is a piece of shit and never wanted to like be around her anyway because she was too much to handle. But then she still gets mad at Charles for taking her in. I was like, I watched the film, and there were some don't get me wrong, some really good lines in this film, and some things that get punched in. It's like, okay, both Charles and Magneto have fucked up at some point, and they both admit to it, and they're both like Magneto's like, yeah, I've killed people. I lived with vengeance my whole life, and it's not going away, type of thing.
Let me tell you the whole problem with the new age of X-Men movies.
Yes.
So you get Magneto's backstory,
yes,
which is basically he was a Jew that survived. Fucking tragic.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a powerful fucking backstory.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's the same as the comics.
And somehow, while this is happening, you're supposed to feel more about J-Law's character when she explains some fucking trivial shit. I mean, how do you fucking top him being a fucking Jew in Auschwitz during World War II, surviving, living through this shit, and somehow I'm supposed to feel more sorry for fucking the Mystique because she's blue?
For Mystique, who can't even be asked wearing all the fucking prosthetics for this film?
Yeah, because she's too big for the role now, because it's J-Lo, so she can strong arm
because she couldn't even be asked to act in this one?
I mean, to be honest, I'm wondering when she was actually bothered to ever act. Honestly, in that Sparrow movie, where her Eastern European accent was fucking offensive at best, and it's a fucking mockery of it. I mean, see, it's just what?
But she's such a normal person. She's such a genuine normal person. Such a dork. She's such a normal, genuine person.
No, she's either of these. She's one of those pretend SJWs that pushes an agenda only when it fucking suits her. Otherwise, she doesn't give a shit about it.
Right. I just remember the proper line, by the way. The X-Women, when both me, Kate, two people next to us, and like four people, like 4 rows behind us, all groaned simultaneously. So she goes, "Last time I checked, Charles, all the women save the men around here, so I might want to rebrand it to X-Women." And then she turns around and walks off, and you just heard all of us go,
Yeah, I know.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for, like, girl power and equality and all that shit. But when you ham-fist it like that, and you quite literally, you've grabbed, not even ham-fisting it, you've grabbed the big turkey, and you've put your fucking foot down the turkey.
And you fucked the movie turkey. Let's go with movie turkey.
And you fucked
something else.
Fuck the movie turkey, yeah. So, it's just stupid. And it's just annoying to... It's almost like she was like, yeah, we need to say something about women's rights in this. You could have said it by saying that Jean. You keep doing it by saying like, hey Jean, you're weird, but you're unique, so that makes you awesome. That's enough of a message for little kids to go, hey, she's weird, but she's awesome. You know, and not going. It's not X-Men, it's X-Women now.
I want to put this out. First of all, do you know how this movie started?
What?
How this movie started. Basically, J-Lo said that she wouldn't be mistaking the supposed new X-Men movie if the writer from X-Men, I think it was Apocalypse, one of the writers does not direct it. This is his first. This is his directorial debut.
He didn't do a terrible job.
Because apparently he didn't have much of a say. Because the reason why he got the part is J-Lo. So basically, half the shit that probably doesn't make sense is because of her. This is an assumption, but it's an assumption I feel that should be made because I'm pretty sure that this shit was never gonna fly in anyone else's hands. It's just that they would look at this and go like, no, and fuck off. And just sit down there. You're punished. And also there was the whole point of them reshooting the ending, which James McAvoy kind of hinted out. It was because it was too similar to Captain Marvel. We all
they reshot quite a bit because you can tell by the end. I was like, oh, is that it? And it was literally like Jean faces off the alien and she goes, okay, alien, I'm gonna fight you now. And she literally just grabs him by the throat. She looks at Charles. Everybody starts crying. They move to like a completely different location next to that previous location, and they evaporate into space. And you're like, what? Is that it? Did I pay money to see this? And I was genuinely like, I wasn't upset. I wasn't even disappointed. I was like just baffled. And we literally both walk out of the theater. And we're going down the escalators of the cinema, and I'm like, the fuck did we just watch?
You watched I mean, isn't this supposed to be the last X-Men movie before
allegedly
Marvel gets them back?
Yeah.
Before Marvel gets them back, because these movies they don't fucking make money anymore. I think that First Class is... No, wait. No, it's not First Class. I think Days of Future Past successful one?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Even Apocalypse was kind of successful money-wise.
Yeah, but they poured more money for Apocalypse and less money came in because people thought that Apocalypse was just dumb. It's literally just dumb shit.
But I liked Apocalypse, though.
Yeah, you have Psylocke. Psylocke did nothing. Olivia Moon said, I will never play fucking Psylocke again. This shit's over. I'm not.
Even though that was really good casting as well.
Yeah, but they fucked it up because...
And you have Oscar Isaac playing Apocalypse.
I fucking love Oscar Isaac. He's an amazing actor.
He's great, but he's not a great choice for Apocalypse.
I
mean, they still did okay. She should have just been big. He was just small.
Are you trying to tell me that Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was a better casting choice? I mean, I can take bad casting. At least when they kind of make it work, I can at least appreciate that. And I was like, at least he tried. He did not put, but he tried. Because Jesse Eisenberg, he didn't try. He just didn't.
Yeah. So, yeah. We were both walked out and I said, I'm baffled. She said, I too am baffled. And that was the end of the conversation. We didn't discuss the movie anymore.
There's also, I don't know, this movie just, it's a 200
you can tell it's gone through a lot of shit to get developed and made. But you can tell that a lot of that's been scrapped to have the same thing get rehashed every 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, to end up leaving to like a flaccid ending. And the whole film just felt like a wet fart. And I feel really bad for all the cast because they're all great and they're all trying their best. You can really tell. But
wait,
there's a what?
Wait, didn't actually Wolverine do
no,
more? Old Man?
I don't think Wolverine was supposed to be in this one.
No, I mean Old Man Logan. The movie.
That did really well.
Wolverine movie. Yeah, didn't actually do better than all the X-Men movies.
I don't think it did better than all of them, but I'm pretty sure it did really well. For like an R-rated.
It's probably because first of all it's R-rated, which people fucking wanted because it's Wolverine and it's fucking dumb.
Because if Wolverine doesn't slice people in half, what's the point? Yeah.
And there was also the fact that it's based off one of the better Wolverine comics ever written. Kinda based.
Relatively better, yeah.
Old Man Logan, which is fucking amazing. I love it. I wish.
But let me see. Did I do
No,
anything
no.
else? So I saw that yesterday. It's today. No, I didn't do anything else apart from getting a nice big bomb laid on me for next week. There's a new shop of ours opening in town, so I'm going to be in that shop pretty much all week, which I'm okay with. But then I'm doing a cover shift on Thursday in Air, which is 45 minutes away on the train.
Oh,
I have to be there. I have to be there for 7 in the morning, which means I need to leave the house at 5.
Oh,
And I finish at 6, which means I should be back in time for next week for the podcast. But if I'm grumpy, that is why. So the podcast is on his normal schedule next week. It's just, but if I'm a bit grumpy next week, it will be because I've had to travel to Air, and I only got notified about this today. It turns out a lot of people knew before I did, even though I'm the one that's gonna be fucking working it. But I'm not complaining. It's gonna give me some. It's gonna get me out of the city a bit. Plus, I'm home.
Sorry.
I'm home alone for 2 weeks as well, so that's gonna help to like.
Oh, so you're gonna set up traps and pray for robbers to come in?
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm gonna shoot him with my load.
Also,
Yes.
this reminds me. Do you know which other game was on Unity?
Which one?
Dusk. Did
Is
you
that-
fucking finish this?
Is that a Unity game?
Yeah, that's.
I didn't. I thought it was a Quake 2 engine one.
I knew. I always knew it was not a Quake engine game because the movement's not the same. It's like to this day people have trouble believing that Half-Life 1 was a Quake engine game.
Yeah, it's a heavily modified Quake.
Yeah, because they
engine.
told you like.
No, I knew about it. I knew about it. Call of Duty 4 is a heavily modified Quake engine.
Yeah, because at the time it was the better one and better engines because Source was not a thing yet.
Anywho,
Yeah, but did you finish Dusk?
no. As I said, I've not had the chance to play anything. I played like a couple of games of Dota because I'm playing with a bunch of friends in a 5-stack.
I just fucking finish the. You have
I
one
will.
level left, you goddamn lazy son of a bitch. One level
I'm a
left.
lazy boy.
One.
I'm lazy. So, would you like to get into the news, good sir?
Okay,
I mean,
don't have
we
much
talked about
news,
E3
because
quite
we
a
already.
bit. Yeah.
There's also a trailer came out like a day or two ago about a movie called Midnight Runner.
Okay.
It's a coming of age thriller with a loner goes into a city, then gets messed up in a fucking murder cover up with a corrupt cop and a high school gang leader. It's weird shit. I'll link it here. It's how should I put it? It doesn't look bad. It just looks indie-ish. Let's go with that one. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, it could be decent. It's just the regular loner outcast that with a dark past goes into a new town, gets messed up with the wrong crowd. Shit happens.
Okay.
You know. It looks basic, but it could be actually decent. I don't know. It's supposedly going to come out the next Friday. Good.
Speaking of things coming up.
Yeah.
You know how last week we talked about, I said something about Opeth and how they're not coming to Glasgow?
Yeah.
They're coming to Glasgow now.
Yeah, you listen.
I am buying ticket. It's on Halloween.
The winnest of the Hallows.
Yes. In other news, Swamp Thing is only going to be one season.
Why only one? What the fuck?
After episode 1, they canceled it.
What? Why?
I don't know. Even though episode 1 received an amazing reception, they said that it was something about financing and that they couldn't afford to keep up the same quality up for the second season.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
Secret Life of Pet headed to #1 in the box office. Dark Phoenix is out of it.
Yep.
What the?
Because Dark Phoenix is shit, but I don't think it's the fucking Life of Pets should be in front of it. But hell.
Oh, Joe Cena is gonna be in the next Fast and Furious.
That too, yes. That
I
is
mean,
on the docket.
I mean, so in this one we're getting Roman Reigns, the Usos, and fucking Rock. The next one we'll probably get The Rock and John Cena and someone else. Is this gonna start becoming a WWE direct to DVD movie?
Oh,
It fucking feels like it.
Oh, that's the name of this podcast. A WWE direct to DVD.
Oh god. No, and actually, Cena Evil was not that bad. I'll give it that much. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, from what you expect from the WWE direct to DVD movie, it's not that bad. There are some fucking horrendous ones. Oh wait, Elizabeth Hill is joining the Marvel's Runaways Morgan Le Fay.
Yep. That's good. That's good news.
I'm still
The
trying
Runaways
to
is
figure out
apparently a pretty decent show.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out who Morgan Le Fay is in Marvel, because Morgan Le Fay in DC is something completely different. And all the Runaways is not good. It's bad. It's bad because, like I said, the first time I talked about it, I watched the first 2 seasons. You have story arcs that usually span for 6 months in comics,
Okay.
and you do them in a single episode.
Speaking of comics, I forgot to say I finished Mr. Miracle.
No, yeah.
It is
Did you like it?
fucking stellar.
Okay.
Yeah. I recommend it to
like-
anybody that wants to read a fucking weird psychedelic story.
Okay, so the Black Adam movie is happening.
That is literally what I'm looking at now. The director is they got a director who is I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Jaume Sarah.
Yeah, he did the Jungle Cruise direct. I mean, apparently they've worked before with The Rock, so
Yeah.
that's fine. Oh, I don't know. It's just so much dumb shit. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around because
Oh, he made the remake of House of Wax.
Oh, God.
And he made Orphan as well.
House of Wax.
And he did a lot of Liam Neeson action movies. Oh no.
Oh God, no.
Oh, and he recently made The Shallows as well. Directed The
That
Shallows.
sounds-
That's the Blake Lively one where she's trapped with a shark.
I didn't watch that one.
Apparently it's decent.
Fair. I just didn't watch it because Orphan. Oh God.
Oh no! Oh
I don't-
no!
I Run All Night. Oh God. Fucking damn. Okay, to be honest, this is just one of the. Oh no, the Commuter. He did the Commuter. Oh, you fucking asshole. Oh God, no. No. So for those who don't know, this is basically what we call the Liam Neeson on public transportation saga. Like, it's
Liam
pretty
Neeson
much,
jumps over a fence in 17 cuts. Yeah.
kinda, but this is how we call them because it's literally the Commuter. Liam Neeson's on a fucking train has to find a girl and save her because she's hunted by someone. There was also a couple others, just that be fun. Also, the movie has a very familiar in like 15, like 2 minutes. Yeah. You just.
Is that enough?
There was also Liam Neeson on an airplane. Same fucking shit. Because he had to find someone that did something. That's just, that's pretty much it. What else? I mean, the Orville, not so bad. I don't know. There was one more movie that he did some shit. But he was also in fucking Silence, which is a surprisingly decent movie.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just-
So.
yeah.
I think that's
fuck
the
it out.
news.
I mean, it's just like Octopath Traveler came out for Steam. I got it. It's
Yes.
really good. You should, if it comes on sale, get it. It's a tactical. It's not a tactical. It's a turn-based RPG, but it's really good. Surprisingly decent.
Fair enough.
I know it's like you have never played any of the Steam World games because you're a naughty boy that does play games. And you don't know about these games, but they're really good. There's like at this point there's 4 of them. You have the Steam World Dig games, which you should know.
I might
Steam
do.
World Dig. Yeah, they're pretty good. Basically just platforming. It's decent platforming. There's also Steam World Heist, which is basically a space pirate with tactical turn-based fighting RPG elements. And now they released a turn-based card RPG game in fucking medieval times, where you're fighting mecha dragons. And
Ooh,
by the
that
way, the whole
sounds
time,
interesting.
and the whole time you're basically just a fucking steampunk robot. This is the whole shtick. This is just like steampunk robots that talk in a very fun and weird way with beep boop sounds.
Beep.
It's fucking.
Right. Let me just run and get some water, and I'll be back. You carry on. I'm not prepared today.
I mean, I don't know what else. It's just that stuff came out. Stuff's gonna come out. I don't know. It's pretty weird because now I have to. Destiny 2 is gonna come out on PC. It's announced. I don't know what the hell to think about it. Apparently they finally fixed it. Not particularly keen on buying into it because they're probably gonna have a Destiny 3 in like 2 months or so. Be announced, and you feel stupid for paying for this one. But hey, at least it's coming out to Steam, so it's gonna have more play and probably gonna have a little bit more support since Bungie kinda screwed themselves with the Activision deal, but so did Activision, and it's a fucking messed up situation. And I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to think about the whole thing that happened there. It's just bad. Genuinely, just bad things happened. And him pouring water is like me taking a shit at this point. Jesus, just pour that water more. Pour it. Well, like also, Baldur's Gate 3 is announced. We're gonna have to wait a fucking year to see what the hell's gonna happen with that one. I hope it's gonna be good things because I want a good Baldur's Gate game.
I have made my grandiose turn.
Okay, so what I mentioned was Destiny 2 came out on Steam.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's gonna allow us crossplay. It's better crossplay. It's fine. I'm also thinking that they're gonna announce Destiny 3 in like a couple. That's just me.
Okay.
So whatever. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is announced.
Yeah. That I know about.
And I'm just hoping it's gonna be good because we all deserve a good Baldur's Gate game. Also, apparently, it's like turns out that we're gonna have Overwatch 2. For some reason, we're gonna have an Overwatch 2.
Why? I thought Overwatch 1 was pretty alive.
I don't know. That's the thing. No one fucking knows. Because apparently there was also a first-person StarCraft game developed that's being dropped now.
Well, that was Ghost, wasn't it? I thought Ghost was being developed.
No. A new one.
Oh, new one.
And Ghost was a third person. Right.
Okay.
So, let's get to the movie.
So, last week you gave me a movie, which is currently in the banner of the podcast for those that are watching.
Yes.
The movie was called Four Brothers.
Yep.
Let me pull up the IMDb or the wiki real quick. So, I actually finished watching it just before we started recording.
Yes. Did you like it?
It was okay. I wouldn't say it was amazing. What I'll say is that the lady that plays the mother is is the lady that plays the blowjob lady in Yes Man. If you haven't seen Yes Man, it's what's it called? It is a Jim Carrey film, and she plays his like old perverted neighbor.
Yeah, she's Fionnuala Flanagan.
Yeah.
I swear, Fionnuala, man. What the fuck is with that name? It's like between Fiona and now Granula.
So is it John Singleton, the director? Yeah, John Singleton. He's not directed that many things. He's got Too Fast, Too Furious on there, and Boys in the Hood is his debut, and he got nominated for Oscars there. But he how can I put this down for this film? It's set in Detroit.
No, Boston. It's in Boston.
No, it's Detroit.
No, it's Boston. It's Boston, man. It is the reason it's Boston. Because first of all, it's hockey. A lot of hockey.
The film is shot in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, but the whole thing is
They say several things through the film. Hey, this is Detroit.
No, this is Boston.
Nope, it's Detroit. I can literally point out a scene where they find their passports. Fucking André 3000 says, "Hey, I actually am from Detroit. That's pretty cool." And there are several times in the film where they go, "This is Detroit. Black people don't get no rights here. Why should you?" Pop, pop, pop.
I mean, to be fair, this is America, so.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping. Okay, so it stars Marky Mark, Tyrese Gibson, Andre 3000, and Garrett Hedlund, who I've not seen in that many things. And why does he sound so familiar?
Because he was in Tron Legacy.
Oh shit, the dude from Tron, yeah. He's a decent actor. Why is he not in many things? Yeah, Terrence Howard and Chiwetel Ejiofor playing his best character I think I've ever seen him play and have the most fun with.
And Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, she's the most typecast woman in the fucking world.
I don't
you
care.
Need a crazy Latina with a
You need that crazy Latina? Is Sofia for you?
With a weird accent, get her in.
Yeah.
Just get her in.
She's Taraji P. Is it Williams or she's in there as well. There's quite a few famous people in here.
And Kenneth Welsh, because why not?
Yeah, and again, Chiwetel Ejiofor having the time of his life.
All of them did a really good job acting.
Even Tyrese, who usually just collects paychecks in the Fast and Furious films,
that is so weird.
where he just plays an absolute goofball. Here he's like, not bad, pretty good, pretty decent.
Yeah, you remember he's actually an actor, just a person that appears on set and collects paychecks.
So
I was like,
basically, the all four of these misfits that I just mentioned, they all play four adoptive brothers. One, Marky Mark, is like a former heavyweight boxing champion, but he was also like met in a lot of crime when he was younger. Tyrese is a soldier. Andre was part of, I guess, Marky Mark's gang, but then he became a family man.
No, he was part of the dogs, I think. Because he was part of the union, and that comes in play later.
Yeah, and Garrett, Jackie, I think his name, the youngest one. He is he's like a rock. He plays rock.
He's a fun boy.
Yeah, he's a fun rock boy. He's the youngest one, so everybody picks on him. It's pretty good. The four of them, when the four of them are like together in a room, those are all pretty good scenes.
I like the chemistry that these four had, because you can kind of believe that these people
grew up together.
Really, and they were really adoptive and they care for each other.
Yeah.
I also like the way that the story progressed and explained everything wasn't their adoptive mom through their eyes. So it's like you don't have any, except the beginning when she's murdered. You don't have any direct scenes with her.
No, apart from that one scene where they're having turkey at the table and they all see her ghost.
Oh no. Yeah, but this is the thing. It's like it's played the way that they remember their mother.
Yeah.
Except Bobby. Bobby gets the one at the end. Reason.
Yeah.
And
Bobby sees her at the end of the film, but that's a different type of.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, all three of them came in terms with the passing of their mother, except Bobby. That's why they see their mother the way they picture her and the way they remember her, except Bobby, because Bobby is still not done, and he moves on at the end of the movie.
Bobby came back to the city because she got killed, so he came back to track down the people that were responsible.
He's angry.
He's very angry. They even say to him, like, "You're famous for being a hothead, Bobby." But anyway, so she gets shot at the start of the film, and it comes off as an accident, but then it turns out it's this whole big shindig about insurance money and corrupt cops and the gangsters that are in charge of the corrupt cops, and I could not give two shits about that aspect of the story.
Yeah, I mean, the story takes them back to the relationship between the four brothers, because that's what carries them.
Yeah, that's what kind of carries it, apart from the moments when we cut back to the police doing the thing, and you're like, I don't care, show me the brothers again.
I mean, yeah, but you still haven't need the fucking story behind it.
No, I get it. No. Completely understand that. I'm just saying it.
It's like watching fucking Godzilla. The same thing. It's like you need to make it stick together in such a way. So yeah, you're gonna have the monsters. You're like, yeah, at least show me the fucking monsters again. But in this case, the whole point of the whole thing that carries the movie, the good things about the four brothers' interactions with each other, the better part of the movie. While in Godzilla is the exact fucking opposite. The thing is that they should fucking should tie the fucking story, and they just take over it, and you don't want that. You don't watch fucking monsters. In this case, you want to watch these four interact with each other, and they do. And you like it because
that's pretty good. So it turns out that there's a big cover up happening, and that somebody actually hired the two goons to shoot shoot their mom. So they find the goons and they kill the goons because who gives a fuck? They've done it. But then it turns out...
But without André.
Yeah.
Benjamin, his last name, Benjamin. I swear to God.
Andre, it's Andre 3000. Shut up. So
I can't even argue this point.
So Andre 3000, he's like, no, I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm a family man. I got kids to look after. I've got this project that I'm working on, this warehouse project where I'm gonna make it into offices and make it like a, give the people of Detroit jobs and all that. But then it turns out that he was in charge of his mom's not alimony money.
Life insurance,
and that's like $400,000 that he keeps getting in checks. And it turns out that because the gangsters or Chiwetel Ejiofor's gang found out about him being in possession of this money, basically snuffed him out and fucked him up on his project. So he was completely bankrupt because he was too busy paying off the gangsters from all from the insurance money. But you don't find that out until like slightly later, and even all the brothers are like, he's bamboozled us. Let's have a proper talk with him. And then that leads to like the end of the film where they do the big bamboozle with all the cops and all that stuff. So, but at the moment when they find out that he's paying off all these people, we also find out that Terrence Howard's partner.
Yeah.
By the way, Poseidon just posted in the chat that the film happens in Detroit. He literally posted the. He literally posted the
goddamn
wiki.
asshole!
The wiki.
Have my back.
You're not gonna have me back. I'm right. Why would he have your back? You can literally read it up in the fucking wiki.
Traitor.
So by the moment we find out that Andre is doing the thing, we also find out that Fowler, who's the other cop, Terrence Howard's partner, that he's corrupt. And there's a big scene where he confronts him, but then he gets killed, and this sets in motion the brothers' plan where they're like, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this is what's gonna happen. But then they get ambushed in the house because they're in their mom's house, just meeting up and going, okay, we're gonna do this, but this is how we're gonna do it. So Jackie dies. Jackie gets shot up like crazy.
I mean, it's kind of melodramatic how he died.
It's very true. Yeah, no, it is. But it's like this big fucking bombastic action scene where the house is getting ripped apart.
The scene is really good.
The soldier who's supposed to know how guns work and about gun safety and proper gun handling goes fucking guns akimbo out the window.
Of course, because he's a soldier.
That's not what soldiers do. All right.
I think it was implied that he was suffering from trauma when he came back.
Yeah, no, that's why he says that he came back because he couldn't. He's seen some shit. Basically, I think that's the actual line.
Yeah. So. By the way, just for the record, the guy that plays Detective Josh Charles.
Yes.
2 years before that, he did SWAT the movie.
Yeah.
He was playing T.J. McCabe, who ended up betraying the team.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I've also seen him in something else and tried looking up his IMDb, but...
Deadport Society.
Might be that. I'm not even sure what I've seen him in.
Yeah, he was in Deadport Society. Probably one of the few movies I actually liked by Robin Williams.
With Robin Williams? Is the Deadport Society one about that he's gay?
No. That's him teaching the youths about poetry and stuff. Oh God, what was his name? Robert Sean Leonard, the guy that plays Dr. House's Dr. Watson.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Wilson. Yeah, well, in that point society, he was studying to be a doctor. That's why later in the seasons in the house they made fun because they referenced that Port Society and him saying that he actually doesn't want to be a doctor because he was studying it, and then ends up playing fucking a doctor for 11 years on TV. It was such a meta joke.
A meta moment, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So
that's good.
So Jackie dies, and then they set the plan in motion. And one of the guys that André was paying off is a guy that they used to work together with back in the day in the union.
Oh yeah, and there's the scene between Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah.
Ejiofor.
And the same guy.
I'm sorry, Poseidon, for my mispronunciation of that person's name. Please excuse me.
Poseidon, please excuse us. Please don't.
Yeah.
Once again, please don't. The Wrath of the Seas. We don't want to see that.
And
I'll be by the sea next Thursday. Please don't do this to me.
And the way he treats his lackeys
is very disrespectful. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets the fat guy because he is fat, and he throws his because he was sitting on his seat and he's eating while he's talking. He gets the thing, he throws it down there and says like, eat
it off the floor.
And then the guy's wife just says like, that's not good, and she's like, eat next to him, and it's like, damn.
Oof. Again,
damn.
Chiwetel Ejiofor being an absolute unit in this film. I fucking loved him. I think I liked him more than everybody else.
Oh yeah, his name, the name of the actor he plays is Victor Sweet.
Yeah, he's so fun. He just doesn't give any shits whatsoever.
I mean, they all did an amazing job. I like the structure of this movie. I like the actors in this movie. It's like there's literally not many things I dislike about this movie, except kind of the fight scenes, the action scenes were decent, but just
they weren't great. They were just there for the sake of being there. To be honest,
I mean,
the whole movie could have been just a brotherly drama without action. Leave the action to be implied, and I think it would have been a stronger film.
Yeah, but no, I mean, you have to. It does make sense because when Bobby and Angel, or also Mark and Tyrese, go and shoot the thugs, Jackie is being. They make Jackie to look out and not go with them. And they literally just don't let him do this shit, and it affects Jackie because I think this is the first time that Jackie sees blood and that's what.
Yeah, Jackie's like the most innocent out of all of them.
Yeah, and they
all keep protecting him. They're like, "Shut up, Jackie." They're like, they're gonna go to this club. They're like, okay, we're just gonna push him around. We're just gonna mess with him. Okay, Tyrese, take the pistol. I'll take the shotgun. And Jackie's like, what do I get? You get the tire iron.
Yeah, because just stay in the back.
Yeah.
Just make sure. And it was like it is really telling because you see also the relationship that they have with each other and how they actually care.
Yeah.
Because they want to protect him and he's innocent because they're not innocent. Fucking Angel's a trained killer.
Yeah.
Bobby's a fucking killer.
Bobby's like a former gangbanger or something like that.
It's heavily implied that he was in prison but he never did.
He was in prison, but he got released for good behavior.
And he wasn't what's the word? He didn't go in for heavy crime. I think he went for assault or some shit. But he's a real bad dude when he wants to be.
No, you can really tell that he has a short fuse as well.
Yeah, I think that Jackie's just
Jackie. He is literally a rock star. Yeah, they say that he plays music and he has a lot of fans.
And it was like it's just and I do like the way that they do this thing. It's well done. It's actually a little bit surprisingly a little bit for a movie from 2005.
Sorry, say that again because you kind of broke up.
Sorry. So it's a surprisingly well thought out movie.
It's well thought out. That's what it was. Okay.
For 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
looks good. There's some really good shots in it.
Yeah, it's like it never goes overboard. It never goes jumping the shark.
And it's just under 2 hours, which I appreciate so much because quite literally the first 45 minutes of this film are mostly dedicated to the relationship with their brothers. They actually take their time. They establish all four of them. They're like, okay, this is how they talk to each other. This is how they act around each other. The first 10 minutes after the funeral, it's just them in their mom's house crying. All four of them just crying like little bitches.
I mean, because it meant a lot for them, and they find a way to cope.
And they make fun of Tyrese for going to find Sofia Vergara, and he's like, I came back here for my mom. And they go, no, you're not. You can smell that Mexican pussy all the way from here.
It's like, and she's having some black dick in her,
and she's screaming somebody else's name, and you don't give a shit. It's like, oh, Dios mío.
And then she's like, no, I'm not. Because then he's running with her.
Hard cut to them running through the street. Him and his boxers, and there's a guy shooting after him in a car.
He's done. It's so dumb. It's so funny.
Oh, pendejo, oh, papi. No, fucking Marky Mark making fun of everyone in this film. I don't think I can't. That's something I can live with. That's pretty great.
I mean, I think that Jeremiah was the biggest of them all, told by Bobby, and Bobby was just doing big brother stuff. He was like protecting everyone, including Angel when he could. But you know, I mean, but Bobby and Angel and Jeremiah, especially these three, when they interact with each other, Jackie is always relegated to shut up, Jackie.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when these three interact, it's so good. And when they suspect that Jeremiah had something to do behind their mother's funeral, not directly, they all go.
Not indirectly, they go apeshit. They kick his ass.
Fucking Angel, Bobby. I think that Jackie is the one that calls him.
Yeah.
Was it Bobby? They get him in, and fucking Angel just lays into him. He's just like he hits him, and he's like, "You trying to tell me this?" And Jeremiah stands up and says, "Like, the fuck were you guys? I was the one paying the.
I was the one taking care of Ma while you were all away doing random shit." Yeah.
And then he realizes that he got paid, and
he then realizes and goes, "Oh shit, we're all in deep shit here, so we're gonna have to do something about it."
And he goes and runs over one of the assailants of the house at the time, the last one, before he goes and kills everyone because they run out of ammunition. And it was like, and he realized that they all just go fucking mental. And it's like in the end, he put his family in the first place, including his adopted family, and not his real family because he's married with kids now.
Yeah.
And
no, the whole film up until this point, he's like, I am not like, I don't want to be part of this. I am just here because I got kids. And at that point, he's like, no. We've all been played. I'm gonna leave my family behind for this one.
It was like the funniest thing is like in the beginning in the film, they go to his house and Jackie and Bobby talk to his daughters. It's like, you don't remember us, but I'm Uncle Bobby.
This is Cracker Jack.
This is Cracker Jack. Yeah, this is Cracker Jack.
You guys, come on, don't teach him that. What you mean you're my uncle? You're white.
Yeah, it was like, well, you might not know this, but me and Jack and Angel and most here are adopted brothers with Jeremiah. We have the same mother, Evelyn. And he explains it, but it's so fucking adorable. And they talk a lot. It's like, you see that he, even though they're,
you can tell he has a soft side,
even though they're not related by blood, he still cares. He's like, don't remember, but it's so. But you're white. Oh yeah, but you know we're kind of all adopted by the same person, so we grew up together. So yay, your family, I'm family. Shit happens. It's like okay. It's like this is the thing that I actually really like about this movie. It's good. I mean, it's just the interaction is really good.
Yeah, it's also a pretty simple story, regardless of how much they try to spin it and make it look complicated. It's a pretty straightforward story. You can kind of see the threads happening from minute one, but it's also like it's a lot more about their interactions between them and them growing back to like be around each other again than the murder and the conspiracy and the counselor being with the mother and all that shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a quite an enjoyable film. Don't watch it for the action, even though it's sold as an action film. It's not an action film at all.
I mean, this is 2005. Now, like I said, the 2 years before that, SWAT came out. SWAT doesn't even have good action. It had okay action, but this is at the time where they were trying to focus more on the story and less on the action. They tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work out well. And the action is kind of always taking a back spot to the story itself.
There are some pretty good action films that came out in 2005. Do you want me to list some out to you?
Because I'm currently trying to figure out one.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh God, no! For fuck's sake.
Doom.
No. Really?
The Island.
Are we going there?
Transporter 2. Sin City. Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
To be fair, that one also had more story. Almost all of them were more the story. Sin City was more about
V for Vendetta.
That's not a movie. That's
Ion Flux.
I will
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
No, just Fantastic Four. Electra.
Yeah. That's not that bad. I will say it's not that bad.
The Legend of Zorro. Oh.
That was
actually
fine.
I like that. Yeah. Black Dawn with Steven Seagal. Blood Rain came out in 2005.
Okay, so it was a bad year. This is the good thing about that year.
Constantine came out in 2005.
Okay, Constantine is good.
A Bittersweet Life. That's with one of the guys from.
But I want to mention this. Even Ghost was more about the story than the action.
The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh, of course, it's gonna go back to down. It's always gonna go.
Oh god, there's so many crap movies that came out that shit. Jesus Christ, there are some. Oh, The Fog came out in 2005 though. The Fog was I like The Fog.
Wait, The Fog, the remake or The Mist? Because there's
the Mist is different. I'm talking to The Fog.
The Fog is garbage.
No, it's not. It's not horrible.
The 2005 The Fog is absolute fucking garbage. Watch the original. The 1980, the 1980s one. Watch the original. That is the reason why that works better.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell it. Also, it has Jamie Lee Curtis, so I'm kind of sold always when I see this. Not gonna lie, but yeah, you know, it's just like The Fog. The original Fog is an absolute fucking amazing movie, and it should be the 2005 disservice and made a fucking mockery of that movie.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, but we haven't seen the original, and by the way, in the IMDb is 3.6 for a reason. Yeah, so you haven't seen the original, so you don't know why the remake is bad. Except that it's a remake, and those always go bad. What else?
Apart from it's an enjoyable film. Just watch it for the interactions between the characters. Don't watch it that much for the story.
Jesus Christ, 2005 was really bad, yeah.
Oh, so, okay. Poseidon is saying that Shark Boy and Lava Girl is the best film of all time. Yes, Poseidon, it is the best film of all time.
No, this came up because we were in a Twitch and we were discussing because I was like, "Have you guys seen Spy Kids?" I was like, "Which one do you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, or Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Because they're all fucking abominations." I was like,
no, do you know what's the best part about Spy Kids 4? Is it 4? I think it might be 4. It's the part where Sylvester Stallone plays a bunch of different characters and they're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that bit, watch it. Just watch that bit. It is fucking stellar.
Batman Begins came out in 2005.
Yeah, but the action in that film is horrible.
Yeah, it's a Batman. It's a Nolan movie.
I still say it's the best Batman Nolan film out of all of them, but that's a different story. Okay.
There's also Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire that came out.
So, would you like me to give you a film for next week?
Yes. Oh, Brokeback Mountain came out in 2005.
Yeah, it did. I too came in 2005 when I watched it. So,
King Kong.
King Kong's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's the Peter Jackson one. It's a bit long.
Oh, and the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, boy.
Oh God,
never liked him. Never liked him. So, I thought about a few films, and then I realized it's something that you will enjoy, and you will probably analyze quite a bit, and you will have a lot to say about it. It's an older film. I think it's 1983.
Oh, now you speak my language.
Yeah. Sleepaway Camp.
I know this one.
Yeah, you do.
You're a boy.
Yeah, you do. Just don't spoil anything right now.
Sleepaway Camp.
But Sleepaway Camp is probably one of the best / disturbing films ever made.
Nah.
It's really good. And there's bits about it that are fucked up in a way that nothing has been that fucked up since.
You know, here's the funny thing. A couple of streams ago, I also mentioned Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
People are fucking confused because they don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Now is the apple fucking time for people to check this shit out.
For next week, not just you, everybody watch Sleepaway Camp. It is one of those films that you'll watch, and you'll watch the ending, and you will go take a really cold shower.
By the way.
Yes.
Have you seen how Felissa Rose looks like?
Yes, I have.
Life is not fair.
No, it's not. Yeah, just the ending, the noise that happens at the end, plus the shot, plus the backing away into the shadows. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Sleepaway Camp has always been one of the underrated greats of the slasher.
Yeah. It's not even that much of a slasher. It's more of a mystery than anything else.
Well, to be fair, all of them are fucking mysteries.
Yeah.
The original Friday the 13th that started the whole fucking shtick is a goddamn mystery of what the fuck's going on. Black Friday, which is unofficially the first slasher movie.
Is that the one with... No.
The POV one. The POV
yeah.
It's also a mystery. because still, even to this day, people don't know who the killer was.
Was
also,
he in the house? Nobody knows.
No, he was in the house, but they don't know who exactly was, because
yeah,
it's implied that, I mean, it can be argued that the guy that got arrested, the guy, because he been the guy, because there was also other things that point out that he might not have been actually him, but people at this point at the end of the movie had such a conception that it was him, because the police said it was him, while they had no actual evidence that it.
Yeah, though it's a good. It's one of those open-ended films where it's left more for the audience to discuss. Something that nowadays will come out and people go, a stupid guy won't come unexplained.
I mean, would you like to have another mother on your plate to watch?
Mother? What was mother?
Mother. The ham-fisted allegory about the Bible and creationism.
Oh, about Mother Earth with J Law. No, I kind of.
Do you want that one?
Ever since watching Noah, I've kind of given up on Aronofsky completely. I think Black Swan is one of his films that I actually like, and everything else I just fucking don't like.
Black Swan was also dumb as bricks, man.
Dumb as bricks, but it was a good time.
Yeah, because you had Mila Kunis and Naomi.
And Natalie Portman. No, it's Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman just swapping saliva, and you're like, ooh,
my goodness gracious. No, but it's also very psychological and it's well made. While if you've seen Noah, that film drove me off the fucking wall. I wanted to kill myself after I watched it.
It's more like the ego and the super ego colliding with each other. That's why it's so psychological. It's fucking ham-fisted again. Subtlety. It's not like even Sleepaway Camp was fucking subtle.
There's quite a until the very you don't see the twist coming until the very very end.
Because even to this day, this is probably the one movie that did it right.
That nobody thought about doing. Yeah.
So nowadays you won't be able to fucking pull it off because reasons.
Because because we spoke about this earlier concerning the Xmen, but that's a different story. I'm not gonna spoil the film.
I mean, it's like Apocalypse being Jesus. Oh wait, no, that's a different one.
Okay. Would you like to say anything else, Sa?
I mean, I don't know. I have to see when I'm gonna be traveling because I probably need to see when I'm traveling.
You traveling?
So, yeah, I'm traveling.
Where are you going?
Probably back home. I also need to update my fucking my passport because it's gonna run out soonish.
I updated mine last year, luckily. I'll need to change. I actually need to update my driving license next year.
Oh god, yeah. And the funny thing is like we need to go back home for these ones. I don't think you can actually do it.
No, I don't know if you can or I'm not sure if you can. But
I think that for the passport I might be able to come up with it. Still traveling.
You can do it from here. The passport you can, but with the driving license, I think you have to go back.
Because they're probably gonna make you have to go through another mandatory medical checkup.
For the driving license.
Oh yeah, I haven't told you this story.
No.
So years ago, after I got my driving license the first time, the first time.
2010. That's when I got mine.
I think I got mine in 2013.
Okay.
Because I got it after to England and I had to do skip a year because I had to go to England. And I had to wait for a year to get on my tests and shit. And then another couple of months. Because I need to do the Red Cross thing, and I did that because I got the official license, the passing the test parts. I did it in the summer, but I got my Red Cross in December, and my license was done in fucking the next year in March or some shit. Because I need to be there. So afterwards they switched the system, and we got the new passports, the one that the scannable one,
the chipped ones, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to switch that, so I took pictures, new pictures, because they required me to take new pictures. That means I also need to switch all my fucking license official identifications, which includes my driving passport. So I go out to the fucking DMV. I pull up there, it's like, listen, I need to update my stuff because I have a new picture. It's there on my profile, and you need to bring me a new ID. I was like, yeah, do you have your medical? What do you mean medical? I have the license. Past medical. Yeah, you need another one.
No,
why?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, why? Because you need one. But I have the fucking license. It's there. It's not even a year old. Yeah, you still need a medical so we can reissue you the new license. But I have a license. Why do you need? I was like, so I gave up. I called my father. I was like, yeah, I need to go do a fucking medical. He was like, what? Why? Because they fucking told me so. okay, go do the medical. I was like, but what the fuck do I need for a change of a picture? It's not like anything else changed for a license that's not even a year old. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? So I went to my GP. I was like, yeah, I need to do this for that. They was like, why the fuck do they need you to have medical when you already have it? I was like, fuck if I know. I'm getting this shit now. I'm going back there and like, fuck it. So I was like, okay, sure. Here, you owe us this much money for having us doing your fucking medical. And I was like, okay, fine, the money. I'll go back there. So they were like, oh, okay, I have my medical here, and I have literally the worst fucking tone in existence. It's like filled with fucking hatred for because something that should have taken me like 2 hours took me 2 days. It's like, here, I have my shit. Here you go. It was like, oh, okay.
I'm really sorry. I just shared something to you. I really appreciate it if you looked at it.
Just a second. I was like, okay, thank you. I was like, you owe us this much money. Fucking what now? I was like, you fucking for reissuing this shit. I was like, I mean, and do you know what the funniest thing is?
What?
The woman that was the second time. Oh God. That was the second time when I went to give my medical.
Yeah.
She looked at me and was like, why do you have a medical when you have to reissue? I was like, I don't fucking know. Your colleague told me I needed a fucking medical to switch my fucking picture on my fucking license. What is this shit? I was like, oh, she said so. You're fucking dumb. I was like, yeah, no shit. I was like, no shit, it's dumb. I wasted more time than I should have. And I'm fucking angry. Because I literally enjoy sitting in the goddamn DMV when my number goes like, number 607. Test number 24. Then I started looking around because I realized that the desks are situated in such a way that I need the fucking map to find it. I was like,
oh, great.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. The thing I sent you, it's up on the screen now.
I know.
It's great. For those watching the video right now, have a look at the video and be as amazed as I am when I saw this.
But I mean, okay, that's just if they didn't manage to screw up Pikachu,
let us. Poseidon is upset.
Yeah, it's like if they didn't manage to screw up Pikachu, at least they can probably do a decent job, Sonic. Even though I fucking despise the Blue Hedgehog.
I just saw this on Facebook and went, "Yep, that's going up on the screen. I don't care." I don't know what it is. It scares me so much, but I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Leave me, Daddy. Leave me,
Oh God.
In other news, humanity sucks. I'm still. I don't know. It's just let's move on. Oh, another thing. Do you know which other game was on Unity?
Which one?
The Risk of Rain 2.
Oh shit, that's good.
And apparently the new Ori will also be on Unity. God,
was it the original Ori on Unity?
Which year did Ori came out on? Maybe, but I can't.
Was it 2 years ago?
Let me see now. 2017.
Poseidon's very upset. That's good.
You've
seen it now.
Oh no! Yeah, the original was 2015, man.
Shit.
That old.
You're making me feel even older now. I thought that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, yeah, so do I.
Well, shit. All right, fair enough. Should we lift off for the evening? Leave this traumatic image up on the screen. For those of you that haven't seen the image, you'll get to see it in the video. Don't you worry.
What happened with the audio clip that we had to send for last week? So
I fucked up, and I forgot to cut it out. And the guys posted on the group that they're going to record in the next few hours. So I just sent them an email with our opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
Good job.
I'm just gonna leave that Sonic up on the screen. That is amazing. It's staying there until we end the stream. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh God. Right. I'm gonna play some music as I do every week. And next week we will be back with Sleepaway Camp and episode 23 of the Voices from Behind podcast. I have been Evo.
And which you has been the other Evo.
Yes. Thank you to Podmates for letting our shenanigans onto the group. Thank you for Poseidon for being a very, very good listener. And
which reminds me,
Yes.
he will probably be streaming some Dragon Age Inquisition tomorrow.
okay,
Come on,
let's
come
go
on,
watch.
come on.
Everybody, let's watch Poseidon 1, 2, 3, 4 on Twitch tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean it's
Sunday.
fucking adorable because it's basically me infesting the law because Poseidon is doing a gold. He's pacifying the world for golds.
Good job, Poseidon. Right, the music is looped now. Right, okay. I've been Eva. With me was Eva. This was Voice from Behind. Thank you for listening. Okay, bye. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.